Mr. Chair.
Thank you for all making in this rainy weather and a crowded subway. Let's move on to item number 1A, approval on the minutes
So
from
moved.
November 2nd, 2015.
I move them.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions? No, the minutes is approved. Item number 1B1, Lehman College.
Yes. I'm pleased to present the Doctor of Nursing practice at Lehman College. The delivery of primary medical care in the United States is in the midst of nothing short of a revolution. Nurse practitioners are becoming the frontline managers in the delivery of basic health care in many communities, particularly in those experiencing a shortage of medical doctors. Lehman College is proud to respond to the need for qualified professionals, and CUNY is thrilled to have them join Hunter College and the College of Staten Island in this effort. This proposal marks the launch of Lehman's first doctoral program. It is a program much needed in the borough of the Bronx, and we are thrilled to support it. We are also requesting a master plan amendment from the New York State Education Department because, again, this is Lehman College's first doctoral program.
So why does it require a change?
Whenever a college launches an effort in a new degree level, it requires a master plan amendment that only the state can
Thank you.
require. You're welcome.
I'd like to know if this program with a nurse practitioner is only related to medical practice or if they are being prepared to also function in the psychiatric community. Because I as a psychiatrist,
Yes.
I'm very concerned about the lack of services, especially in the Bronx. For instance, in my field, we don't have that many Spanish, and I hope that when Lehman give opportunity for the nurses, that they will take in consideration the borough, the Spanish-speaking borough in the Bronx, and bring nurses that will be able to communicate with the Hispanic community. This is essential. For instance, in the Bronx, I am the only Spanish psychiatrist, in the Bronx that deals with Workers' Compensation Board patients. Can you imagine this? One only Hispanic? I'm 86 now, almost leaving the earth. So what's going to be happening then with all of these thousands of patients that I treat every month?
Point well taken, Trustee Morales. I hope you live a long, long time so that second thing is obviously, thank God it's in Lehman College, and this is a well-deserved program. And I failed to welcome Trustee Philip Perugino to the table.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, does the college want to say anything, or is
Yes.
this? Let's see, the president is here.
Yes.
Only to thank the Vice Chancellor. I would simply say that the reasons
You need to speak in the
Yes,
microphone.
yes.
this is a very important program for many reasons, some of which have already been highlighted here. It is also a very significant program for Lehman. It is our first doctoral program, and I fully support Dr. Morales's statement that we are in dire need of people who can serve this community, which is very much underserved. So I hope that you will support this, and I can pledge that we will do everything we can to meet that need.
You have my 100% support.
Thank you.
Thank you, President Fernandez.
Any other questions? So let's move on this item. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those, any abstentions? Any nays? No? Okay, item number 1B2, Hunter College, thank you, President. Hunter College MS in geoinformatics.
Geoinformatics is the field of study that lies at the intersection of geographic information systems and computer science. Hunter is capitalizing on its long-standing strengths in geography and computer science to deliver a program that will meet the demand for experts in computational methods, for spatial temporal analyses, and big data analytics. Hunter College has CUNY's only department of geography. It is outstanding, and along with its superb computer science department, I know that this will be a high-quality offering.
Have a second?
Seconded.
Okay, discussions?
Mr. Chair, I'd ask the provost, and it pertains actually to the PhD program as well, in nursing at Lehman. Does the university or do the institutions have, or will they have the requisite resources in place, to wit, faculty in psychiatry, to wit, experts? Is that in place, or is that something that happens once this is
I'll let
approved?
Hunter answer the question.
Yes, and I see the provost is here, Provost Kaufman.
So I didn't actually hear the whole question.
Okay.
Ask him as he can run.
Please come to the table.
Trustee Schroeder, can you repeat the question?
The question for this program, but it pertains to the Lehman College PhD program, are the resources in place now, or are they put in place once once we have approved this? That is, the academics, the finance, the coursework, the professors, are they lined up and in place, or does that take place over time?
Everybody necessary to initiate the program, all of the equipment, the space, the courses are all in place and ready to go.
Thank you.
The students are ready to go. I think we're proposing another hire in the fourth year to accommodate the presumed growth in the program.
You say, what is the mix of the student? You know?
Right now, there's no students in the program. There are about,
Yeah, but thinking about it.
down the road, there are 27 students right now who have started to take courses in the program, and they reflect Hunter College's mix. No racial or ethnic majority and so forth. It's a high-demand program.
Specifically, how many Hispanic are in the program?
Couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I
Well,
can
I'd
get you
like
that
to know
data,
that.
though. Yeah, absolutely. We'll get you the information.
Okay.
For the students who are who are taking the courses, there's obviously nobody in the program yet. But we can tell you the students who are taking the courses that let us know there's demand for the program.
So move forward.
Yeah.
Questions? Trustee Perugino?
Not so much a question, but I wanted to make a comment on Trustee Shorter's comment. When I look at the documents, which I have been looking at for a couple of years, I always look at the resources with a close eye. And as faculty representative, I look for staff. And I've got to say that in all the proposals before us, I think the estimates are reasonable about the requisite resources. And they distinguish resources already in place with resources that need to be put in place over the projected years, the early years. I think they're also reasonable. Whether they take place or not, time will tell. But I appreciate your concern for this factor. We shouldn't extend ourselves beyond what we can deliver. That'd be a big mistake. But I don't think any of these proposals are doing that.
Right.
Thank you.
Right, and I would like to add very briefly, Trustee Shorter, that not only do we take into account faculty, but we also take into account facilities, library resources, and other things. And as Professor, as Phil states, we require enrollment projections that are realistic. And we expect resources to grow with enrollments over time, so thank you.
Okay. Any further discussion? If not, I'd like to call the question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions, motion carries. Item number 1, B3, and that is School of Professional Studies, MA in Youth Studies.
Yes, this program will respond to a need for professionals working with young people in positions that do not require teacher certification or other forms of licensing, both within and outside of the school system. This master's degree will increase career options and advancement for individuals interested in careers such as adolescent, psychological and sexual development, group dynamics, and youth with disabilities. Undergraduate programs, particularly at Brooklyn and York, will serve as feeders programs to this program, which is the first of its kind in New York City.
Motion to move this item?
Moved.
Okay, discussion, questions? Sounds pretty obvious. Anybody from the school there that wants to say anything? I think we're good. You're good, okay. So, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions? Motion carries. Item number 1B4, City College
Oh,
MSc.
no. I'm sorry.
This will, yes, we will move this down.
Oh, we'll move this down,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So let's continue on the School of Professional Studies, MS in Nursing Education. And you want to call all those together, or you want to go
Yes,
on?
I think I will call them together
Okay, go right
if
ahead.
that's all right.
There's a whole lineup.
Yes, there's a suite of programs in response to a critical need for registered nurses with more advanced credentials, able to assume new leadership roles in healthcare and in higher education. The School of Professional Studies is proposing a suite of offerings in nursing informatics, organizational leadership, and nursing education. Some of these programs will respond to the needs of nurses already holding the bachelor's degree, and others will provide an expedited route through both an undergraduate and graduate degree for those currently holding an associate's degree.
Okay.
What do I mean by nursing informatics?
We do have the Dean of the School of Professional Studies here.
If it's okay, I'd like to bring Professor Marge Riley up with me, because it's a bit technical, and I think I would be helped by having her with me.
Just speak into the microphone and identify yourself.
So I'm John Mogilescu, I'm the Dean of the CUNY School of Professional Studies. I'm joined by Professor Marge Riley, and I'm going to ask her to respond to your question, trustee.
Okay.
Okay. Nursing informatics is a growing field related health technology to healthcare. It is primarily focused on the HITECH Act, which was implemented in 2004 to promote technology in healthcare, electronic health records, data management, and to have the intersection between the data analysts and to have nursing connected to healthcare. This is an area that's growing in healthcare fields. And we're proposing an online nursing informatics degree to help meet this need throughout the healthcare institutions throughout the city. There are currently no nursing informatics master's degree programs within CUNY.
Will they be working with hospital, doctor, or teaching them how to do a lot of things about technology in terms of electronic prescription and record and all?
Yes, that will be all part of the focus of what they do. So they'll actually be working with not only healthcare providers, but also the staff, the patients, et cetera, and a real integration of getting information from the patient into a usable format so that we can track and trend data, make predictions about healthcare needs, and then make policy and decisions related to those trends that we've tracked.
Thank you very much. This is very important. No question about it.
Comments, questions? If not, go on to. You presented the whole suite.
Yes, I
Okay.
did present.
Okay, go right ahead.
I have a few things to say.
Go right ahead.
Let me begin by confessing.
Okay.
I'm right now a consortial professor of the School of Professional Studies on leave.
Okay.
But I think the dean will say, while I have an association, I am not particularly aligned with him on every single matter, and that I speak my mind and give an objective appraisal.
That's true.
And this time I'll do the same. I looked at this proposal, particularly pages 206 to 210, dealing with resources, Trustee Shorter. And I looked at the projections, and I thought to myself, these seem to be reasonable and in line. But then I thought again, given my affiliation with the school, about its mission, and I wanted to say this, that these programs brought forth by the School of Professional Studies represent a fulfillment of its mission in part. That I think it was created in order to respond to our social needs in terms of different occupational programs, and to do so in a rather prompt manner, timely fashion, and it's managed to develop mechanisms by which, relying on faculty, and I credit the dean for doing that, he's got good judgment and he lets faculty do what faculty is supposed to do, they've developed many, many programs. And I thought to myself that even if the projections weren't realized, it's still worth moving forward in this manner, with this school in particular, to say that CUNY is not stolid, it's not fixed, it's not that rigid. And if every single program this school would develop would be a success, I would worry. And I would worry because it was being too conservative. I don't think it was formulated to be a conservative wing of a conservative CUNY. So I like it that you're out there kind of in the leadership positions, and I'll say so, and support you, even if sometimes you take risks and some of the risks turn out wonderful and some of them don't. It's well worth having done it. So I praise them for sticking their neck out, and I think we ought to recognize that as a function of this school.
Very well said, and Dean Mogilescu is doing a fantastic job, as we all know.
True. Yes.
I have attended quite a few of your graduations, so I know the result you're producing.
That's right.
Okay.
May I add, Trustee Chen, one remark, that the School of Professional Studies just this month was ranked number 11th in the country in the delivery of online programs. They're tied with such powerhouses as Arizona State and Penn State. I mean, it's an outstanding job. And the nurses that the school, the nursing faculty that the school has hired, to get to one of Professor Pecorino's points, is outstanding. So we have high hopes for this suite of programs.
Can I embellish on that and praise him again? Back when they were developing the online programs, John knows, he brought me on board, and the faculty were asked, build it. And the faculty were asked to volunteer for the core curriculum area, the concentration, and student support. I volunteered student support. I think CUNY faculty are distinguished in that way because we truly appreciate what our students are going through and what they need to succeed. And so we made recommendations, and many times in his presence, I praised them because often faculty come up with a list of things and people say, you're dreaming, it's a wish list. But John took every single item on the list seriously and in time tried to provide every single support service for students. And if you look at the scoring that led to that rating.
4 in student support.
Services,
That's
right,
it.
yes. And that's what I think enabled the school and the program to be as successful as it is and be recognized for it.
Outstanding. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations again. Okay, with that, are we ready to call the question? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions, motion carries. Item number 1B6, Baruch College.
Yes, Baruch College is proposing a Doctor of Professional Studies in Executive Doctorate in Business. The Zicklin School of Business at Baruch has been providing graduate education at both the master's and doctoral levels for over 40 years. Baruch College now seeks to provide doctoral level education to seasoned executives looking to acquire the theories and skill sets needed to examine complex organizational issues and problems using applied research methods. The program will be delivered in an executive format using a cohort model. The college has a sufficient number of faculty members with broad expertise to deliver the program, and we're delighted with it.
When I was reading this, I took notes, and I was struck by the cohort model. And I thought, here is a well-thought-out model where you take the cohort through a 3-year program that concludes with a completed dissertation. And I thought, if this succeeds, it might not, but not across the board, become a model for some of our other graduate programs as well.
Any other comments, questions? If not, let's call on this item. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions, motion carries. Item number 1B7, John Jay College, BS in Health Ecology.
Yes, as part of an ambitious strategic plan, John Jay is expanding its offerings in the sciences, but again, strategically. The proposed BS in toxicology will provide students with a strong foundation in the general sciences, as well as a wide range of advanced courses in toxicology from the sciences, forensics, and public health perspectives. Again, all very mission-driven. Graduates of the program will be prepared for both entry-level positions in toxicology and public health, as well as for graduate study in those fields.
Need a second to move this item?
Second.
Discussions? Questions? Comments? Seems pretty obvious.
Yeah,
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions? Okay, John Jay College again, 1B8, MA in Economics.
Yes, the Master of Arts degree in Economics at John Jay will be an applied graduate program, providing students with comprehensive and foundational knowledge required for either the workplace or the pursuit of higher degrees.
Call that.
The program will have a curricular focus on economic justice. Again, mission-driven, and will provide students with a firm grasp of theories, skills, and tools used by practitioners to apply these to economic analysis.
Okay, now a second to move this item.
So moved.
Trustee Schroeder, discussions, comments? Basic economics.
Yes, great.
Okay, let's call the motion on this item. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions? Okay, now let's go back to item number 1B for City College, MS in Computer Engineering. And this then is here.
Yes, the provost is here.
Provost.
Yes. City College has a successful undergraduate degree program in computer engineering, and their students have expressed a strong desire to continue their studies at City College at the graduate level. In addition, there is great demand in the tri-state area in fields such as telecommunications, computing devices, cloud computing, and medicine for experts in the combined application of hardware and software. This program will strengthen the existing suite of graduate programs in biomedical, chemical, civil, electrical, and mechanical engineering at City College.
Okay. Need a second on this vote?
Second.
Okay, discussions?
I
Say
could,
anything, the provost is here?
yes, I'd like to hear from the provost. I confess I did not read this carefully. What are the projected number of students?
I believe it's around 10
To begin with.
to begin with. But this is really a hot area in a sense that is really filling a void of a very outstanding program. School of Engineering is one of the
Yes,
top schools in the area, so I think it's really.
absolutely. Right for City College.
Okay. So let's call the question then. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions? Item number 9 is also City College. Resolution to award an honorary degree at the college commencement ceremony for the two individuals.
Yes, City College seeks to award the honorary Doctor of Science degree to computer scientist and engineer Robert E. Kahn, Grove School of Engineering, class of 1960. Dr. Kahn is an information revolutionary as he co-invented the Transmission Control Protocol, TCP, and the Internet Protocol, IP, the fundamental communication protocols at the heart of the Internet. He conceived the idea of open architecture networking. Dr. Kahn is chairman, CEO, and president of the Corporation for National Research Initiatives, CNRI, which he founded after spending 13 years at the U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA. City College also seeks to award the honorary Doctor of Science degree to Harold A. Sharaga, class of 1941, and macromolecular physical chemist. At age 94, he still runs an active lab at Cornell University to carry on his lifelong interest in applying the principles of chemistry and physics to the study of proteins. A grantee of the National Institute of Health and the National Science Foundation for more than half a century, Professor Sharaga is a seminal figure in the 20th century sea change in our understanding of the nature of the protein molecule.
Very good. If I want to, just a few more things, if you don't mind. Robert Kahn received in 1997 the National Medal of Technology. In 2005, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. His honorary degree from Princeton, Zurich, University of Maryland. So,
Yeah.
and as far as Dr. Sharaga is one of the few people who actually is a member of two academies. One is the National Academy of Sciences and the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. So these are really outstanding individuals.
Any other further discussions? If not, let's call the question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Abstentions, questions? I mean, no nays, right? Okay, item number 2 is informational items.
Okay, I have no new items to bring to the group
No news
this
is good
month.
news.
That's right, no news is good news. That's right. So, right.
With that, any other questions? Any? Not? Sure. Okay. Let me have a motion to adjourn then.
So move.
Thank you.
Go back to the rain.